have been popping up all over the place and are a fun and delicious treat. Today I'm going to show you how to make these delicious cake pops from scratch. To make these cake pops, you will need a few ingredients and materials that you probably already have in your home. This includes 2 cups of sugar, 3 cups of flour, a tablespoon and a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 4 eggs, a cup of butter, a cup of milk, 1 tablespoon and a half a teaspoon of baking powder, about 16 ounces of ready-made vanilla frosting, and non-stick baking spray. You will also need an electric mixer, 3 mixing bowls, large, medium, small, a metal spoon, a 9 by 13 inch cake pan, 2 baking sheets, wax paper, different size measuring cups, and different size measuring spoons. Also optional includes a microwave safe bowl, some more vanilla frosting, and toothpicks if you want to frost your cake pops. All the ingredients, I'll tell you the steps. First is making the cake, second is cooling it and cutting it, and third is shaping the cake into the cake pops. An optional step includes frosting the cake pops, which I will show you today. To make the cake, you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then you want to mix together your flour and your baking powder and make sure that it is evenly mixed. You want to mix together the sugar and the butter until it is creamy. This is an important step because if your butter and sugar mixture isn't creamy, your batter will come out lumpy. Then once that is complete, you want to add your eggs and your vanilla extract, and you also want to mix that together. Then you want to take your flour and baking powder mixture and add that in there as well. Also, put your milk in there. Then you want to mix this together until it is smooth and creamy. Once you have a batter without too many clumps, you want to prepare your baking pan by using your baking spray. Evenly coat it so that nothing sticks to it. Your pan sprayed, you're going to want to add your batter in there, and once your batter is in there, you want to move it around until it is leveled out. Once you have all of your batter in the pan, you're going to want to bake it for about 40 minutes. Use a toothpick to check to see if the cake is done. Place the toothpick in the middle, and if it comes out clean, then your cake is ready. If it comes out with a little bit of crumbs, then it needs a few more minutes. Once your cake is ready, you're going to want to cut it. You can either break it with your hands or use a knife, however you want. And you're going to want to start crumbling it inside of your small bowl. Once all of your cake is crumbled, it's time to add the frosting. You're going to want to add about 3/4 of it. If you add too much, your cake will be too moist, and it will be hard to roll the cake balls because they will start falling apart. Once the cake crumbs and frosting are mixed, it is time to begin the third step of rolling your cake pops. What you want to do is make sure that your palms are dry and clean, and take about 2 tablespoons of the mixture in your palm. Then you want to start rolling it around in a circular motion to form your cake pops. Once that is done, you want to place it on your baking sheet with wax paper and continue to do this with the rest of your batter until you are done. After rolling the cake pops, I have 16. You will have more or less depending on how big you make them. If you want unfrosted cake pops, then you are done, and you only have to place them in the refrigerator for about 25 minutes or in the freezer for about 10 minutes so that they can harden. If you want frosted cake pops, then you'll have to do the optional step of coating them. For this step, you're going to want to prepare your frosting by placing it in a microwave-safe bowl and microwaving it for about 30 seconds. Then you're going to want to prepare your other baking sheet by placing wax paper on it. Once your frosting is melted, you want to take out a few chilled cake pops, because if you take them all out, then they will start to get warm and it'll be hard to frost them. So what you want to do is take a cake pop and place it inside of the bowl. Then you want to use your spoon to cover it completely so that they are evenly coated. Then you can spoon it out like this and try not to get too much excess frosting. Then you want to repeat this with however many cake pops you want done. You can also place a toothpick in the middle to make it easier when you eat them. Once you are done frosting your cake pops, you have to place them in the refrigerator or in the freezer so that they can harden. Then they'll be ready to enjoy. When making these cake pops, don't forget these important tips. First, make sure that your cake crumbs are nice and thin so that your cake pops don't come out lumpy. Second, make sure to wash your hands frequently in between rolling the cake pops so that they don't stick to your hand. So whether these cake pops are for yourself or for your friends and family, they are always a hit. Just follow this simple recipe and you'll be enjoying these cake pops in no time. Does anyone have any questions?